to me.
Dave, can you drive around? Back there, I think I may have seen him running.
At 10:07 p.m. on the night of February 21st, 2011, St. Pete officer David Crawford answered a call about a suspicious person.
Alex, clear. I got somebody walking on 2nd Avenue. Corner me, I got shots fired over here. Shots fired. I got to get running at me with a gun.
Within minutes, he is shot to death right beside his patrol car.
Officer down, rescue. Officer down.
Hundreds of officers from around the Bay Area descended on the scene. Never before had there been a manhunt like this in St. Petersburg, looking for the person who gunned down one of their own.
Kill that officer? What'd you do?
Just days later, a suspect emerged. A skinny, soft-spoken 16-year-old named Nicholas Lindsay. Nicholas's mother couldn't believe her son was a killer.
He couldn't have possibly had anything to do with this, not my child.
You just couldn't believe that?
No, I still at that point did not believe that he was involved to that extent. I believe he knew. I believe he knew what went on, but I didn't believe that he had actually done that. I was devastated. How did this happen? I mean, I tried so hard to protect him, to spare his life out here in the streets, and now this has happened to my child. Was it that bad that he had to have a gun to protect himself?
And I believe truly in my heart that's why he got that gun. Not to go out and take Officer Crawford's life, but to protect himself if he got caught up in that situation again.
Nicholas grew up in a tough area of South St. Pete, but he was a good kid that played a lot of sports. He did good in school. Never was there a problem. But in middle school and high school, a change happened. Then he fell into the wrong crowd, gangs. His mother says she warned him.
Once you get in, you can't get out.
Bad choices on your part?
Yes, sir.
Nicholas Lindsay is now serving a life sentence with no chance for parole at Lancaster Correctional Institution.
You have time to reflect on those choices. What do you think to yourself?
I think about it. I wish I could have wind back in time, like, to correct myself for this.
One thing that can't be corrected now is the shooting death of Officer Crawford. It was tough getting Nicholas to talk about that night.
I don't want to get on that topic, sir.
But I persisted in the questioning. After waiting over a year and having to travel well over 100 miles to the prison, I wanted Nicholas Lindsay to tell me why. To my surprise, an answer.
All I can say is accidents happen. It wasn't intended. It's just paranoia.
Were you afraid?
Honestly, yes, sir.
If you had a chance under different circumstances to look at David Crawford, what would you tell him?
First off, I apologize to him and tell him that it wasn't intended. Just spare him on it, like paranoia. Try to ask what's forgiveness.
And his family,
I apologize to him. I wish I could, but I know his wife wouldn't really want to listen to what I wanted to say. I'm not mad about what she said at the end of the trial.
All I ask for is peace of mind. I believe the maximum punishment of life in prison is more than fair. If Nicholas Lindsay was not a minor, he would be facing the death penalty.
Lindsay's parents say they understand why the Crawford family feels the way they do, and they wish that the shooting never happened.
I can't bring him back. I wish that I could, if I could have been there on his shoulder to tell him, don't do it.
And I pray every night for his family, for God to heal their wounds.
But Nicholas Lindsay insists the shooting wasn't premeditated, but an act of fear.
Things happen in life as accident. I could have been playing football right now, but I made the choice to get in trouble. I made a decision.
Now, Lindsay's attorney, Daryl Flanagan, says the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled it's unconstitutional to sentence a 16-year-old to life with no chance of parole. He says Lindsay will get a resentencing hearing and could have a chance at parole. We will certainly keep a close eye on this case.
Well, parents, you want your kids to get involved in sports. It keeps them active and usually out of trouble. But some say certain sports may be too dangerous or even deadly.